Welcome to Ljubljana. Hi guys, welcome to the Lenscap Chronicles. My name's Amanda and I have just arrived in the Fairytale magical capital city of Slovenia, Ljubljana. Ljubljana is a bustling village-like city in Slovenia, a small and quaint country in Central Europe bordering Austria, Hungary, Croatia and the Adriatic Sea. It gained independence in 1991. The vast landscape seems to change before your very eyes, from Mediterranean ocean vibes to striking mountainous Alps to grassy plains, to famous underground karst caves. Slovenia is one of the only countries in which you can go swimming and skiing in one day. In my multi-part series on Slovenia, I will be showing you everything you can expect from this small but fascinatingly diverse country. In upcoming videos, I'll delve into the many day trips you can take from Ljubljana to see the country, which accommodation you should choose, what local Slovenian cuisine you need to bucket list, and which towns are worth spending more time in. In this video, however, we concentrate on Ljubljana, what to see and do in this magical little European town. It's a great place to visit for those short on time who want a compact country to conquer whilst feeling completely immersed in a different culture with varying climates. It's perfect for skiers, hikers, nature lovers, and those who love traipsing around whimsical ancient cobblestone cities, satisfying their European food and wine cravings. Nestled below its castle, the capital of Ljubljana is a vibrant, youthful city with a thrilling art scene, a flotilla of festivals, and impressive architecture that covers Renaissance to Art Nouveau. Okay, a little housekeeping on arrival costs and logistics. Ljubljana has an international airport from which most tourists arrive and depart. However, if you're travelling within Europe, also consider local European coastlines, such as Flixbus, which can sometimes be less hassle and much less expensive than international flights. Arrival costs in Ljubljana include the following: SIM cards, which range in price, but for a Slovenian-only SIM for 4 weeks, expect to pay roughly €20, and to reach your city hotel via shuttle bus, you can expect to pay €12, with shuttles running half-hourly and providing door-to-door drop-off. The airport to city centre trip takes roughly 30 to 40 minutes, traffic dependent. A taxi or private transfer will set you back €30 to €45. Additionally, all Ljubljana hotels charge a city tax, which is €3.13 per night on top of your nightly rate. It's taken 36 hours to get here from Australia and I've just had a couple of hours rest. I've woken up famished, and what better way to start this trip, this holiday, than with some traditional Slovenian food. Unfortunately, there's been a little bit of rain. In any case, this city is so beautiful, so walkable, green, lush. Let's go check it out.
that is so flavoursome. Herbs, oil, vegetable, potato, chicken. Grungy, hearty and home cooked. Delicious.
Well, first dinner down in Ljubljana, and that was a hearty chicken stew. That was absolutely delicious and just kind of rustic, run of the earth, home cooked meal. Love it. It is going to be a very difficult one to vlog. I'm not gonna lie, it's raining, I'm holding the umbrella and I'm trying to work out where I'm going. So, good times. My reaction to the Eurostars breakfast. Wow, that was incredible. You can have anything you like at this buffet breakfast in the most beautiful, grandiose setting that I think I've possibly seen before in a hotel. And they've even got the famous carniolan sausage, which is a Slovenian delicacy that you simply must try. If you are partial to sausage, you're going to love it. And if you are partial to sparkling wine with breakfast, yes, you can do that too. Guys, would you believe there is finally a break in the rain, and so that means our tour of Ljubljana is about to commence, and you will not believe how many people are down at the square at Pressin Square, where we shall start our tour. We are in Pressin Square, and behind me you can see Mr. Pressin himself. Now, he was a famous writer and poet in Ljubljana, and he had an unrequited love, a very beautiful lady who sadly did not love him back, but we are going to go and find her sculpture a little bit later on. Pressin Square is where most of the tours will depart from in Ljubljana, or at least pass on through here. It's right by Triple Bridge, you cannot miss it, it's really beautiful, and it also is home to the Franciscan Church. For any of you guys who've done your homework on Ljubljana, you'll know there are three main iconic bridges that cross between the new and old parts of the city, and they cross over the Ljubljana River, and this river divides the city. We've now crossed into Old Town though, so I am off to score a hearty meal at a restaurant I've been really excited to visit, and that is Trig. It's listed on the Michelin awarded website, so I'm expecting big things. To get to Trig, we are walking along Mestni Trig. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but it means road in Slovene, and this is where I was last night, but it was pouring down with rain, so I don't have to hold my umbrella anymore. There's loads more people out now. It's so beautiful walking along this cobblestone street past all these old wooden buildings and facades. Let's check out what this Michelin-rated restaurant has to offer. I have chosen the 3-course lunch menu today, which starts with a pea soup and then has a choice of beef or octopus, and as you all know, octopus is my favourite food group, so I'm definitely going with that. The great thing about Trig is that they produce their own goods from a small region called Koper on the Austrian coastline. Nip around if you've been to that city. Along with my octopus, I of course had to try the local Malvasia wine, and it comes from the same region as does their olive oil. So tasty. Green peas and fresh peppercorn. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Wow, absolutely exquisite. Guys, we finally have the sun peeking through, and that means one thing: we are going to the castle. Let's cross the second of the iconic bridges in Ljubljana. This is Butcher's Bridge, otherwise known as Love Bridge, and I'm so sorry, Matthew, I forgot to bring my padlock, but if I did, I put it here for you. Alright, another little segue before we reach the castle. The dragon is part of the city of Ljubljana's coat of arms. It symbolises strength, courage and might. In tourist shops you'll see dragon toys, key rings, magnets and, well, you get the idea. It's everywhere, but nowhere more impressive than on the third iconic bridge of Ljubljana, Dragon Bridge. This unique Art Nouveau bridge was built in 1900, and if you haven't been photographed next to it, then I'm not actually sure you can claim you've visited Ljubljana. The 4 dragon statues, which look slightly terrifying and almost real, if of course you believe that dragons might be real, are a masterpiece which has been exciting imagination since the bridge was built. Down by the banks of the Ljubljana River is so calming. I am just beneath the Dragon's Bridge. It's so different down here, away from the hustle and bustle of the crowd. Just watching the canal, the water streaming past, and realising how lucky I am to be in this beautiful country. Slovenia is truly amazing, and I'm so glad I waited for the sun to come out to show you just how good it can get here. Walking back over the Dragon Bridge, I love this place. This bridge is simply amazing, and it actually heralds from a story about a guy named Jason. Jason was from Greece, and his uncle had ordered him to bring him a golden fleece. So Jason's pursuits led him on a boat called the Argo, and him and his crew became the Argonauts to bring back his uncle the golden fleece. Did he or did he not bring back the fleece? Well, legend says he didn't. It was stolen from him. In any case, it's this big drama. It's a huge, big saga. Probably going to be made into a Hollywood movie, so I won't spoil the ending, but look it up. It's Greek mythology at its finest, and it's all represented on this beautiful bridge in Ljubljana. But it's 5:30 p.m. and daylight is sinking fast, so let's get to the castle funicular. The castle of Ljubljana has the most incredible views across the city, and we will see so much further now the sun is out. We'll be heading up in the incredible little funicular that runs up the side of the hill. You can actually walk up to the castle, but it's super fun and kind of romantic to catch the funicular. Let's go. people, if you are on limited time, you need to make your way straight up to the viewing tower in the castle. It has absolutely incredible views across the city. Along the way on the climb up the viewing tower are various platforms where you'll get incredible views across the city. But let's keep climbing because the views at the top are the best. At the top of Ljubljana Castle, you can clearly see how the river here splits the old town from the new town. You can see all of the old buildings and the gorgeous red top roofs. It's so beautiful. Within Ljubljana Castle is a whole area dedicated to Slovenian history. It's really intriguing, very interesting. You have to check this out when you're at the castle. Inside the castle is also one of the most famous restaurants here in Ljubljana, Gostilna na Gradu, and you really need to book ahead to secure a place here. And the lookout from the main table is across the courtyard of the castle, so you can imagine yourself in yesteryear looking out on the comings and goings of everyone in the castle. It's really such a unique activity, just wandering around the Ljubljana Castle at your own pace. There is so much to explore and you could easily spend 2 hours up here. Castle in Ljubljana is one of my absolute favourite things to do here in this city. It's so romantic and there is so much history up there. You really have to spend a bit of time to get to know it all. But I am super parched now. It is time for a drink, and more specifically a Union beer. Something local. Let's go and check out some of these uber cute little pubs at the base of the castle. The unfiltered version of Union beer, which according to the bartender is a little bit more tasty in his opinion. Let's give it a crack. Ooh, it's a little bit more heavy than a Union, but it's very smooth, very tasty. Delish. What an amazing day in Ljubljana. The first where the sunshine's been out and it's so beautiful, so charming, completely walkable. Just take some flat shoes because you'll need to walk everywhere. The main part of the city has no transport, no cars, but you can catch a specific type of transport, the little green vehicles that you see travelling around will actually collect tourists and take you where you need to go. They're also designed for elderly or people with disabilities, which is so considerate and super charming. Another reason to love this city of Ljubljana. Time to head back to the hotel now. Jet lag is still catching up with me. Before I get back to the hotel, it will be remiss of me to show you just how lively Ljubljana can get in the evening time. Even last night when it was raining, there were so many people pouring into all of the little cafes and restaurants lining the Ljubljana River. And tonight is no different. In fact, it's even more alive because the rain has gone and all the little fairy lights are on. People are huddled under umbrellas along the sidewalk and watching the river flow down. There's really something magical about this place and you just have to visit to find out. We have been greeted by another fairly bleak, overcast day, and I'm being rudely interrupted by the Franciscan church's bells right now. But I thought we could head over to the central market to see just what they're like when they're at their most bustling in the morning time. And then we'll head back to the new part of town where we'll check out some cool monuments. This rain will not get us down. In this section of the market on Pressin Square, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, is where you'll find the open market on a Friday night with live music. It's a complete vibe. They also serve drinks like local beer, local wine and coffee. It's a really cool place to come. Well, it definitely pays to visit this market early in the morning. This is Central Market on the old side of town. There are so many stalls now. They are bustling. I've just walked through the most beautiful flower market. Let's go check out some of the fresh fruits and vegetables. Wow, this place is never ending and there is so much colour. This produce just looks so fresh. It's open between 7 AM and 3 PM. You'll find the freshest produce and these guys are so passionate. They get here at the break of dawn every day, so come and support them. And for those of you who need to add to your closet on your trip away, a fresh set of clothes is waiting here for you too. So let's get into the story of romance and tragedy for Franz Pressin, who was in love with Julia, his muse. The story begins at 4 Wolfover Street in the new part of town, just near Pressin Square. It was here that Franz Pressin spent a lot of time, and it's also here where he saw his muse, Julia, for the first time. You can see in that top window there is Julia. Now, I did mention that the story between Franz and Julia was also a little bit tragic, and the reason for that is because Franz was obviously in love with her, but she was from quite a wealthy family, so she was probably not ever able to reciprocate his feelings, even if she did have them. We don't know for sure if she did. Unfortunately, she ended up marrying some other guy. Shame, Franz. Now, just around the corner is Congress Square, which is a lovely and huge park full of green. So many trees here. It's also where you'll expect to find a lot of tour groups starting their tours from. And there is a big monument here called the Monument to the Victims of All Wars. Around Congress Square are some truly epic buildings. This is Slovenian architecture at its finest. It's really beautiful. The old world building facades are a rainbow of colours. Those interested in history, museums, and quirky embassy buildings will enjoy exploring beyond Congress Square. Wandering around the streets in this precinct will reveal some fascinating architecture, and if you keep your eye out, you'll find some incredible sculptures and artwork. Personally, one of the most intriguing for me are the sculptures bordering the austere entrance to the National Assembly building, which depict workers engaged in various occupations and whose facade is made from cast marble. Across the road is Republic Square, initially designed to be the political, cultural and economic centre of Slovenia. Now we make our way to Republic Square, which is full of some old socialist buildings and the Monument to the Revolution. This is one of the other iconic monuments in Ljubljana. There's some kind of quirky architecture and sculptures around. It's a little bit eerie, and I suppose you need to have a certain taste for it. I'm very famished now, and it's off to try some jota, which is a traditional soup here in Ljubljana and Slovenia. It's made from sauerkraut, potatoes, kind of hearty vegetables. I cannot wait to try it. It's been on my list for quite some time. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know if I'm seeing things, if I'm having a vision, but I'm fairly certain I can see an emu across the road. Being Australian, this is kind of weird to see one in Slovenia. Let's go have a look if this is an ostrich or an emu. Is that an ostrich or emu?
I don't know.
I've just added a healthy dose of watermelon to this soup. It's amazing, so hearty and so delicious. Full of all of the good nutrients, great vegetables and delicious sausage. Wow, that restaurant was heaving. There were so many people coming in and out. Very popular here, and so enjoyed the jota. That was such a delicious soup. Very hearty, and it heralds from Austria, the coastline of Slovenia. The sausages, however, are the traditional Carnolian sausages, which you'll find all the way around Slovenia, and I love them. I'm very partial to them. Highly recommend the jota soup. To the left of the open air markets, you'll see quite a few restaurants that line this region. Oh, some nice church bells, where you'll be able to find a hearty meal, some gorgeous Slovenian cuisine. Well, after a soup of sausages and sauerkraut, what could be better than dessert? And I'm here at Kodila Meat Market. It's right next to the Central Market. It's extremely popular and I've just waited 10 minutes for my seat, but it did come recommended, so I was willing to do that. Aha! Thank you! And just arriving now is my cake of choice. It's a layered cake that's well known in Slovenia, especially in Ljubljana. It's the Prekmura Ljubljanica, or Prekmura Ljubljanica. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. It looks divine. It's come warm and finished with a glass of Rabula wine, another local delicacy. Delicioso! Wow, it's a pastry walnut sensation. The city is alive and kicking. Let's go to the Franciscan church in Pressin Square. The Franciscan church, or the Pink Church, is so beautiful inside. It's incredibly ornate with loads of sculptures, gold, lots of trimmings. It really brings a sense of calm and peace in the middle of a really busy centre in Pressin Square. Only €3 to enter the church and €6 for the museum as well. A place not to be missed in Ljubljana is the skyscraper, which has unbeatable views across the city. Upstairs is a restaurant which you can book for dinner, or you can simply sit on the terrace with a beverage of your choice and watch the sunset. I hope you've enjoyed this video through Ljubljana. Stay tuned because I've got a couple more videos to come in Slovenia, and I'll see you in those next videos. Ciao for now.